Well, hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. On our channel we talk about all things homesteading and try to implement some of those things on our rural 100 acres here in southern West Virginia. Well, today's video I want to take the opportunity to say Happy 4th of July to all of you fellow Americans. Those of you that are not in the United States, Happy Wednesday. And I thought in honor of the 4th of July I would stand on the back of my side-by-side shooting bottle rockets out of my AR while chugging a Budweiser. But I thought, nah, it's been done too many times. So I just want to say Happy 4th of July. It's kind of fun to celebrate the birth of our nation in the middle of the week, actually. 4th of July usually gets me thinking about history, and in particular family history. And traditionally, each year we usually go to a place called Rennick, West Virginia to pick blueberries. And this year was no different. We went there yesterday. We picked about 77 pounds of blueberries at this really neat farm called White Oak Farm. If you want to know more about it, there's a video we did about it right here. But that area of West Virginia is really kind of the old McClung settlement stomping grounds. And in fact, we are blessed to have a pretty detailed genealogy of the McClung family that goes back to the mid-1700s. There's a cemetery in a little place called Amwell where the graves of all of my grandfathers going back to the mid-1700s are located. So I have my grandfather, who just passed away in 2012, his dad, Emery Eagle, his dad, William Wallace McClung, good Scottish man, and then his dad, James McClung, whose gravestone is actually not marked. We know where the grave is, but it's not marked. And then our my great-grandfather, it'd be great-great-great-great-grandfather William McClung, or as everyone referred to him as Grandfather Billy. He was an ensign in the Virginia militia. And he has a really neat, there's a lot of history on him. There's been several books written about him. But they're all lined up there. And what's really cool is that when my dad passes away, he'll be buried there. When I pass away, I'll be buried there, and hopefully my sons, so forth and so on. So it's really nice that we still maintain that cemetery with the help of some others. It's really nice to see that history there. Well, the reason why I bring that up is Grandfather Billy was the epitome of the original homesteader. I'll read an excerpt from the genealogy. So here we go. William McClung, or Grandfather Billy, born about 1738, died January 18th, 1833, about 95 years old. In 1773, he immigrated with his wife and 3 children from Rockbridge County, Virginia, to the mouth of Big Clear Creek, which is near a little town called Rupert, West Virginia. That town still exists. On account of the Indians, he soon moved to near Williamsburg, West Virginia, where he resided 3 years, returning to Big Clear Creek in 1776. He was the first settler on the Meadow River. He took a tomahawk entry for 100,000 acres of land on that river and its tributaries, which is crazy. If you look at that on a map now, and I'll share that map with you, 100,000 acres on the Meadow River and its tributaries. That's a huge chunk of land, and that is some rough land. It's still some rough land today, very mountainous, but man, some gorgeous, gorgeous land. I like this story about his cabin. When he first reared his cabin, there was not a store or mill within 100 miles of his lonely habitation. The Indians were so troublesome that he plowed with his rifle tied to his shoulder, while his wife, with her musket and 3 little children, took refuge in the dense swamp during the day, returning to the cabin only at night when he was there to defend them. So there's some really neat stories about homesteading in Appalachia as it pertains to my family, but obviously settlers in general. But I think it's really neat that almost 250 years ago I have stories and history of my family, and here I am trying to build a modern homestead no less than about 100 miles as a crow flies away from that original settlement. So that's kind of neat. We West Virginians, we don't travel too far. We kind of stick in the same spots. So I like that. I like the fact that we've got that history there. And just recently I posted a poll on our community tab on YouTube asking for some suggestions on upcoming content, and one of those was homestead history, and we've got a good response back from that so far. So we'll incorporate some more homestead history into video topics in the future. Some that'll incorporate homesteading in Appalachia and maybe even pertain to our family. Others will just be maybe broader topics. Well, again, just want to take this opportunity to wish all of my fellow Americans a happy 4th of July. Again, those of you not in America, happy 4th of July to you as well. It may not mean the same thing to you, but it's still 4th of July. Well, we thank you for watching our videos. Give us a thumbs up if you want. Be sure to check us out on our website, redtoolhouse.com. Take care, everybody. It is weird looking.
Sawyer, sit down.
Oh, okay. Mommy, the 80s.
Can't see a thing when you're bouncing around like that.
Woo!
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah.
Chainsaw!
Whoa.
Dad's got him wrapped.
I'm not mad at you.
See ya.
America!
My dog's one of my favorites.
Thanks.